Hi y'all, this is Melody Moisey, and I am here to welcome my new child into the world, the RUMI Prescription, How an Ancient Mystic Poet Changed My Modern Manic Life. And I am doing it in a weird way because what brought this book about in a lot of ways was the experience of trying to promote my previous book, Held All in Hyacinths, which I'm incredibly proud of. It's another one of my children, and I love, right? But the experience of promoting that book was soul crushing. It did really well. Like it was fine. Like everything went well. But what happened was it just, as well as things went, like it just wasn't good enough. I would get a great review and it's like, why wasn't it on the first page? Or I would get like, or why wasn't it starred? Or why? And it just was this, and anybody who's published a book or put out any work of art knows this. Like it's just this very twisted ego trip. And I was on that trip, seriously. And I remember a radio producer in particular telling me, like, right before I went on air, remember, you're a brand and you're selling a product. And I was like, I feel like I'm an artist and this is my child. Like I'm not, this isn't just a product to me. This is an idea. This matters. Otherwise I wouldn't waste my time to do it. Like if that's what I'm doing, like I'm a lawyer, I'm trained to do something that makes a lot more money than writing. Why the hell would I even be doing this if I just wanted to be a brand and a product and make money? Like this isn't how you make, like this is a very dumb way to make money. And it was creatively debilitating for me. For a year, I went through this intense writer's block, and that experience of promoting the book was just so hard on my soul. And that's when I decided to go back to this poetry that had provided a lot of solace for me when I was in the hospital post-mania. When I was growing up, without realizing it, had provided a lot of solace for me through my father, who had been reciting Rumi's poetry to me since I was a kid, before I could speak. That this was something for me that was a well of intergenerational resilience. Like we love talking about intergenerational trauma, and I know it's valid and all of that, and I acknowledge it. But the other side of that coin is this idea of intergenerational or transgenerational resilience. And I think going back to your own culture, history, literature is a way to revive that. And for me, that absolutely worked. And now I'm in the process of trying to promote this new child and make sure that the world receives her well. But it's not up to me. It's up to, it's absolutely not up to me. And writing this book taught me that. So now, like being in a position where it's like, now you're promoting this other book, this other child, and it's already happening. Like it's already, I was blessed enough to be able to write an essay adapted from the book for the New York Times last week. And there was the option of being in the Sunday Review, in the Sunday Times, in print. And I was like, yeah, let's try and do that. That would be great if that were to happen. But it was great that they published it at all. But then you always want more. There's always, it just always feels like it's never enough. And I just don't want to be that person, and I don't want to be back on that ego trip. So it's going to be weird. For those of you who've been following, my career and my path, please call me out, because I know that I will find myself in positions where I'll fall into that same trap, and I'm trying not to. And the whole point of this book is that it provides all these prescriptions to help you with this. And this first chapter is about wanting, what started this whole journey, and which is so. We like to think it's just like an American concept. No, it's just a human concept of wanting more. And whatever you get just never being quite enough. And sure, maybe our culture is especially good at wanting more, but I think it's not entirely culturally specific. And I'm just hoping that y'all welcome this book into the world, but also that you hold me accountable to its message. I'm going to try and do that. So I'm just asking you to do the same. I also just want to remind you that one of the things that has helped me put this book out in the world and feel good about it, feel good about the process of promoting it, is working with the National Iranian American Council, which I believe so strongly in the work that they're doing. And I'm so grateful as an Iranian American to have this organization to protect my civil rights, to stand up for my civil rights, and to promote peace and diplomacy, and just to be able to work with this organization with this book has been such a gift. And right now, still to this day, you can donate $25 to NIAC and get a free copy of the RUMI prescription. And I'm supposed to not tell you that because I'm supposed to want you to go and buy the book on all the different retailer sites and, you know, do that too. Because these books I'm donating and they're already purchased. So I'm supposed to not tell you that. But I'm going to tell you that because I want you to donate to NIAC. It's really important to me. And my feeling is that, like, when you help other people, it comes back to you. And even if it doesn't, like, it's just the right thing to do. And I just feel really grateful to be able to help NIAC with this and to live the message of this book as I'm promoting it. What a gift, right? So however you take it into the world, this book has changed my life and helped me a lot. I hope that it helps you as well. But my identity and my value as a human being doesn't rest on how you accept this book into the world. I just hope you like it. All right. Take care, y'all.